right, so look. A lot of people say you can't mention Lil Wayne without mentioning Birdman. But honestly, let me say this. See, Birdman is a different character. If Birdman was that great artist, he would have performed at the Super Bowl. You know why? Because Birdman is that pivot to us in our city. Bird come out. He show love to the city. He still do giveaways. Like, you will catch if Birdman in New Orleans, he dealing with the locals. Like, he in the mix. You see what I'm saying? I never seen Lil Wayne in the mix.
And even what you saying,
Lil Wayne is not that person.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Why I do like you, who known for stomping them streets in New Orleans when everything is down there, parties and everything else, how you end up in Las Vegas?
Man, last night, well, that wasn't even last night, that was this morning. Man, I was just in Spades, like the biggest strip club in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the section where Sauce Walker and Meek Mill, but then to the left of us they got Cardi B, to the right of us they got Lil Baby.
Yeah, I seen that.
Then they got these rich football players, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing and they got the money to blow. They can go get 20,000 ones and just scatter the floor. I don't got no, look, check this out. But I don't have to do that, you know, because I'm an official local. Like, they know me, I'm a strip club vet, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Spades. So people just seeing me, coming up to me, hugging me, the DJ shouting me out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's love. It's just, I'm from New Orleans. That's my city. I could go somewhere else and do whatever I need to do.
Wow. So let's talk about the OG is in the building, man. It's been a lot of times, man. You know, I talk to you. I talk about the Kendrick thing. It's all love. You know, both of y'all done scolded me about this Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. But let's be real, man. It's real unfortunate that Lil Wayne didn't get to perform at the Super Bowl.
It's not unfortunate. It's life. The baton passes on, and everybody, the king is dead, long live the king. What are you talking about? It's unfortunate. Why is all this sympathy? Wayne knew what he was doing when he did it. Wayne is not the most popular guy in mainstream.
Oh, he is the most popular guy in mainstream. We're not going to do that today. He is popular.
This coming from New Orleans. He's not the most popular guy in mainstream.
I don't agree with neither one of y'all.
He is very valued. You know what I'm saying? And valuable. Sure. Like, he is one of them ones, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really, like, for me, he the greatest rapper alive for sure. Like, honestly, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is a greater artist than Lil Wayne for his rap-wise, lyric-wise, but he's a better performer and he have more to offer to the situation right now than Lil Wayne, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion is your opinion. It's subjective, but
to add what he's saying, as far as a artist and a rapper, Lil Wayne is one of the top tiers because he hits off the head. His shit come off the top. He can flip it off the top.
And he never said the same shit.
They come off of paper. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
There's a difference between a fighter and a killer.
Facts.
Somebody can knock you out, but they won't pull a trigger. And some people is trigger happy. Wayne is trigger happy.
Wow. He can pull it.
He can pull it. I mean, but in his concept, he's no match lyrically because he don't have the vocabulary that Kendrick has. You dig what I'm saying? Right. So that's what kept him from being mainstream. I give him all of his dues, but it's just like me going in the street. My time is up. I can't go down. You got to meet me right there on the corner because I can't walk too far.
Let me just. I don't agree with y'all. Let's just say that. But I'm going. It's subjective. We could talk about it all day. But what we do know is, 50 Cent. He pretty much is. Him and Rick Ross is at it, and this is a touchy situation.
Hold on, right before we move on, let the world know why you don't agree with what we saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy.
I feel like I know why.
It's easy. It's easy.
You so down south.
Because I understand the dynamics of things, and I understand when you come down south, like when you came and I've told you this, OG, and this is my time to shine. But when they came to the West Coast, Kendrick performed a few years ago in 2019. So at the end of the day, and Snoop and everybody that was from the West Coast came up and performed. But when you go to New Orleans, you don't show that same love to the culture and to the under that Mason-Dixon line. Because, like I said, again, Birdman, Master P, all those guys, man, they gave their life for this thing just like everybody else did. And I think that the reason they're being slated is because it's a control mechanism. I think Jay-Z knows you can't give us an inch, we'll take a mile. We create things without even getting that support that everybody else get. We're not from New York. We're not from the West Coast. There ain't there ain't no big offices down there to help the South like that. We got to go up just to try to get recognition. So at the end of the day, for everything that those guys have created without anybody trying to help us, I'm going to be honest with you. I see what's going on and I'm woke. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it's cool to slay them when you come down South. Show us the love you show everywhere else you go.
That's real.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel the same way. So, but at the same time, honestly, all right, I'm not from California, you feel me? But you are. So speak on what type of person Kendrick Lamar is in the community.
Well,
if you can.
Kendrick, I've seen him grow up. So, I mean, ain't nobody. He's a down-to-earth youngster that's down for his city. He don't pick sides. He ain't got to say. He's never been arrested. He's never had a drug charge. He's a clean, upright. He's the American Beauty boy right now. So when you take that in and what he's done, and like you said, what he's done, it was just he had good. Everything is with timing.
Everything is with timing.
And that timing came with this thing that he did with Drake. It just blossomed out of just a little diss track, blossomed into being some things that was way out. Wayne never had that kind of situation. You dig what I'm saying? He never had to battle nobody at a Super Bowl time or when it was so dynamic, So that's the timing. So when we deal with, everything, Hitler thought he was going to win the war, but the timing was wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So I believe that when we talk about not slighting the South, because if y'all who you say he was, you should have shut the whole Super Bowl down. Everybody in the South.
We don't have to shut the Super Bowl down. What I'm telling you is it's always been a thing where when it comes down to what we've done and our numbers and just our music being recognized, but it's always been a situation where we had to take it by force. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. They have never, ever recognized us without us taking it by force. You got to understand, if Birdman had did what he did with Cash Money, which he did longer consecutive from Cash Money to Young Money to Rich Gang and stay relevant throughout trending times like nobody else has done. Right. Nobody else has done that. Nobody.
All
so
right.
At the end of the day, Jay and them can't say that. He did Rock Nation and Rockefeller. That's all. But when it come down to changing the game like Birdman did with the times that he did with Nicki, with Drake, with all the different people, Tiger and all of them, then going all the way into Cash Money, Young Money, Hot Boys, nobody's done it. Nobody's sold more records than
I agree.
So why are you gonna come to the city and act like it didn't happen?
All right, so look, a lot of people say you can't mention Lil Wayne without mentioning Birdman. But honestly, let me say this. See, Birdman is a different character. If Birdman was that great artist, he would have performed at the Super Bowl. You know why? Because Birdman is that pivot to us in our city. Bird come out. He show love to the city. He still do giveaways. Like, you will catch if Birdman in New Orleans, he dealing with the locals. Like, he in the mix. You see what I'm saying? I never seen Lil Wayne in the mix.
And even what you say,
Lil Wayne is not that person.
Yeah.
He artist wise to the industry from New Orleans, he's the greatest rapper alive, the greatest rapper to come out of it. But personality wise, he's not that. And I'm just speaking on from my experiences and the times that I've met him or seen him around, and versus the times that I done been around Birdman. Birdman, no, let me holler at you. Come jump in the truck and run it with me. You know what I'm saying? Just on some, not just me. I could count 50 people that Birdman done did this to, you know what I'm saying, just to give game to and push game up on. And honestly, Kendrick is that where he from. You see what I'm saying? He deal with a lot of, I know a lot of locals in California, you know I'm back and forth, you feel me? He deal with that, he didn't push out from his community. You see what I'm saying?
He recreates.
He recreates. We didn't get that from Lil Wayne.
Well,
that's why I don't have
different type of people.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
But just to what you're saying about I understand the dynamics of the South. We ain't had but one record label and that was Death Row. Y'all had Cash Money, you had No Limit, you had Swisher House, Jay Prince, the South, the mouth of the South. Y'all in creating music.
In Atlanta, you go over to Atlanta, same thing.
Yeah, so I'm saying
we had to create
other labels besides Death Row.
What?
TDE.
They just started. That's the we're talking.
You talking about the original?
They talking about original.
I'm talking. TDE. Yeah, they come atop them. Come on now, but what? We don't have any OGs from Death Row. You understand? We had Heavyweight Records. Then you had Ruthless Records. But they came and gone on the West Coast. But to stand up and be a pivotal point of rap music, it's been in the South. So you can't tell me with all that power y'all got, you couldn't have demanded the Super Bowl if you wanted your artist there.
They couldn't. Let me tell you why. Because that's not where the control of the Super Bowl come from. And honestly, like I said again,
the guy said Wayne, it was Jay-Z's decision, the one over the commissioner.
Yeah, for sure.
It was Jay-Z's decision to perform that halftime. So that's just what it is. Let's be real about it.
If Wayne and Jay-Z relationship would have went in a better way, it would have went a better way. Wayne probably would have got there. If Wayne had if Wayne had a number one song right now, he'll be there.
Right.
When the last time Lil Wayne had
didn't have no number one song when they did that.
When? Drake didn't have a number one song.
No, I said Dre them when they did. No, they were just showing love to the culture.
It was just the original.
Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. It's really biased.
You're right.
But at the end of the day, I get it. They got to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Jay got to do what he got to do to make sure he control the dynamic the way he want to control it. He don't control them dudes. You know already that Birdman them stepped out. They didn't let nobody control them. They dealt directly with Universal, and that's all they dealt with. They didn't have to have nobody like Rick Ross dealt with Jay and them. And Sean Combs, that was his main people. Him and Jeezy. So at the end of the day, Birdman them always been standalone. That's right. They never had nobody to tell them what to do like that.
But that's that.
They ran directly to they made a partnership deal, and they didn't play by nobody trying to talk to them. That's right.
That New Orleans mentality though. That's what it is, man. I ain't going to holler at no nigga going. I ain't got to go through no. I'm going to go direct.
With Jay Prince too. He did the same thing.
But see, the difference is
them niggas did the same thing. Master P did the same thing.
All right,
because now you were coming in with money.
They coming in.
Major same before.
Master P opened that lane up for people to go deal with Jay Prince. He was the first person.
That's right.
He was the first person under Jay Prince to really drop big like he did. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if New Orleans is a real prideful place. You know what I'm saying? The mentality that we have, and it took me a long time to break away from that. But that mentality is heavy like it's thick. They standing on that I ain't asking no nigga for nothing. I ain't gotta go to no nigga we running this is South. It's just a mindset, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's business at the end of the day, and Master P was willing to go to Jay Prince. That's the biggest guy that I could connect to that's doing more than what he doing what I'm trying to get into doing. Right. Let me go connect with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying Birdman didn't do the same thing, but Birdman was more focused on, man, we about to sell these records, we booming these records, we doing our own thing. The people gonna come out at us. They gonna come and they made it work from there. Right. But it's two totally directions. You feel me? Two totally different situations.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.